Welcome back to The Time of Your Life. I'm your host, Ethel Rasmussen. Continuing with the show's theme, the Department of Aging is very proud to publish Senior Digest, BCDA's newspaper. Senior Digest has historically been the very foundation of the way BCDA imparts meaningful information and resources. To learn more about the informative newspaper, I'd like to welcome Peggy Dryden, Publications Coordinator for the Senior Digest at the Department of Aging. Welcome to the show, Peggy.
Thanks for having me here, Ethel.
To begin, can you give us some general information about Senior Digest?
Oh, absolutely. So the Senior Digest is our Baltimore County Department of Aging subscription newspaper. It's full of all sorts of relevant articles for older adults in the county. We publish 8 issues a year. It comes out about every 6 weeks, and it's mailed to home, so it actually comes right in their mailboxes. If you're interested in subscribing, it is $5. If you are age 60 or older and live in Baltimore County. For everyone else, it's $7. And a fun fact, we actually have subscribers. We have a subscriber that lives at the North Pole, believe it or not. We have some as far away as California. And these are all former senior center members that lived in Baltimore County that just absolutely loved the Senior Digest. We have a very loyal readership. So even though they no longer live, even in the state of Maryland, they still want to get the paper and see their Senior Digest. It's actually $7 also if you're a business and you would like to subscribe to it. Only $7 for all 8 issues. It's wonderful if you have a business that caters to older adults. If you're a doctor's office, to have in your waiting room at a place of worship. It's wonderful to have on hand for your patrons to look at as well.
Peggy, I know that you brought the first edition that was available from Senior Digest. Can you talk about the history of this well-established publication?
Sure. I'm thrilled to announce, actually, it is our 40th year. And so this paper that you're holding up actually was published in April of 1976. It's held up pretty well, don't you think? It looks great. And the mission 40 years ago is much the same as it is today, to keep our readers, our readership informed of everything happening in the county, whether that be government happenings, legislation, information about elected officials, and so that's our 40th. And actually, in that very first issue that you were holding up, there was information. I was looking through it. We had an article about the upcoming Preakness. We had an article on organic gardening and composting it. So it was pretty much ahead of its time 40 years ago in talking about that. There was an article about tax tips because it came out in April, so it was tax time. And over the past 40 years, we've obviously expanded, and now we have information on employment, we have volunteer opportunities, we have sections related to travel, to nutrition, recipes. We have contributions from County Executive Kevin Kamenetz and the County Council as well.
You alluded to how far the paper's come. This is a current edition of our newspaper. And can you talk about some of the recent articles that may be of interest to our viewers?
Absolutely. So our initiative at the Baltimore County Department of Aging this year is it's called Brain Matters, on brain health. So what happens is each year, the director of our department, Joanne Williams, and the Commission on Aging, they select a theme for the year, and our theme is brain health. And what we're tasked with at the department is creating programs for our constituents, our readers. In the Senior Digest, we have an entire section for Brain Matters. We have calendar listings of all the different events and talks that are being held at our 20 senior centers in Baltimore County. We also have several articles. For instance, in that very issue, we have an article on tips and tools to keep your mind sharp. We had an article on concussion and head trauma. We had an article, I believe, on how nutrition relates to memory. So we're going to be continuing with that theme of Brain Matters in the remaining issues of 2016. We also have, it's sort of the sky's the limit on what articles we have in the newspaper. We just got through a brutal winter, so we actually have articles relating to navigating winter weather. We've had articles on dating, recipes, phone scams, all sorts of things. So again, it's really the sky's the limit in what we have in our newspaper to offer our readers.
Now, I know Senior Digest offers several special editions throughout the year. Can you talk about these?
Sure, we have 2 special editions. One is our October, mid-November edition, and that is basically a preview of our Power of Age Expo, our 2-day event that takes place at the Timonium Fairgrounds every October. So in that issue, you'll find a map of the expo. You'll find a list of all of the exhibitors that will be coming. You'll find, if we have fitness demos going on, entertainment, there'll be schedules for those. We also sort of list our top 10 reasons that you want to visit Expo. So that's a great addition to sort of prepare you for visiting the Expo in October. We also, the issue after that is our mid-November, December issue, and that's on Medicare Part D. And if someone is new to that process, we kind of list all of the basics so that they can understand it. We have plan comparisons. We have if there were any updates or changes to Medicare Part D, we have that in there as well. And we also give people tips on sort of preparing for the open enrollment season in that issue.
Perfect. Senior Digest also highlights activities and travel that are present within the 20 Baltimore County senior centers. Can you tell our readers what to expect on that end?
Oh my gosh, I love lingering over those pages. So there are so many offerings by our senior centers and the senior box office. I think there's close to 3, perhaps 4 pages of offerings. And they can be anywhere from a trip to the Hippodrome or Toby's Dinner Theater to see a show. It could be taking a bus trip across the Bay Bridge to go to Fisherman's Inn to get crabs, a trip to Washington, D.C. to see the cherry blossoms. There's even things like cruises to Alaska and the Bahamas. So it's just amazing. Every issue when it comes out and I look over those pages, I just, look longingly at everything that we have to offer.
Wonderful. Now, I know that Senior Digest is also offering an activity that ties to Expo, a silver pen writing contest. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. Well, again, as I mentioned, it's our 40th anniversary, so we wanted to do something special. So we're having a silver pen writing contest. We're asking older adults age 60 and over that live in Baltimore County if they would like to write an original essay or poem and submit it to us throughout the year. We will be honoring and announcing our winners at our Power of Age Expo in October at the Timonium Fairgrounds. And if they'd like more information about this, they can visit any one of our 20 senior centers and pick up a flyer that gives all of the details. They can call our office at 410-887-3050, or they can look in the next edition of the Senior Digest and we'll have information in that.
I can't wait to see the winners at Expo.
That'll be exciting.
Now, I know that the Digest is also supported by Advertisers. So if someone is interested in that opportunity, how can they go about getting into it?
Well, we love our advertisers because they help support the paper. So I would encourage any of our readers of the Senior Digest to patronize the businesses that advertise in there and let them know that you saw their ad in the Senior Digest. It's a wonderful resource if you're looking to reach a targeted demographic, which we have. And also, remember, the people that get the Senior Digest are subscribing to it. It comes right in their mailbox. The rates are very affordable. I think our lowest advertising rate is $52 for a single ad. And we also have a full-time, wonderful, dedicated graphic designer that will design an ad for a business at no charge.
That's a great gift, for
it
sure. So if our viewers would like to become a subscriber, or we have any advertisers listening, how can they go about getting started?
If they are interested in a subscription, they can call one of our wonderful staff members at 410-887-3050. If they're interested in advertising, they can call me directly, which I would love, at 410-887-2002, and they can also email us at seniordigest@baltimorecountymd.gov.
Thank you for coming to the show today.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to take a short break. When we return, learn about the Family Caregivers Annual Mini Conference. Perfect.